Well, my name's Jesse Rapsack. I'm co-founder, co-creative director at Studio Wildcard. We make ARK, Survival Evolved, and I'm here with you guys to talk about our next patch, which is coming out very soon. It's probably the biggest patch we've done in recent memory, maybe ever. It's got so much cool content in it. It's something for everybody, for role players, for people who are in the end game, for people who like multiplayer, who people like to play by themselves on their own servers. You know, there's so much going on that we just wanted to sit here and show you all of it, give you an early look, and that's what we're going to do here today. Got some of the team here that's going to help us demo some of these features. So this is kind of our jousting feature that we just added. It's kind of been like highly requested, and we figured why not? I mean, you know, we've already got so many things that are medieval themed and stuff like that in the game if you're going to play primitive that we figured the one thing we're missing is holding lances while you're riding raptors and other creatures and using them to actually joust. So when you get on a creature, you're able to equip both a lance and a shield. I think these guys are just using the lances right now, trying to knock each other off. And you can see he looks like Joe was the winner there on that one. Maybe I'll hop on. I'll get on one of these guys here. Maybe I'll take over for Debbie and see how it looks in first person here. Let's see if I got me... can you give me... Let's see. Give me a lance and a shield. I'm gonna go for this. Awesome. You're 2 for 2. All right. I got a streak to break here. Got me the lance. Got me a shield. Let me just equip this. Great. Nice pink shield. Can't beat that. Okay. Gonna go oh no, I'm going the wrong direction. Let's do this again. I wasn't ready. You can tell how good my lance skills are. Oh, I gotta poop before we lance. All right, ready? Let's do this. Oh! Where'd you go? Nice. Okay, so that's jousting. You know, it's got to get the hang of it a little bit, but once you do, it can be pretty fun. You can see some of our new hair system we've got in ARK. This is actually not a mod. This is official. We've got... Let me take off my helmet. Maybe I have some hair. Hair grows in real time in game, and you can adjust its length. Maybe I can get some scissors. We could show a little bit of that UI. But our hair is somewhat physical, so you can see it kind of reacting a little bit to my motion. As I run around, it's going to bounce a little bit. Let me hop on my raptor here. So it's not just static hair. It's definitely going to react to your motion, moving around the world and stuff like that, and you're able to choose from a variety of hairstyles. You're able to set the color of your hair. You can, once it grows out, you can adjust the length of it. I should also have a beard here too. It's also part of our system. You can see here. Let me get in the sunlight. I've got a nice beard going on here. I've probably been on the island for a while now here with my character, and got a nice castaway looking beard going on right there. Let me see if I can get some scissors. Get out of this inventory. All right, there we go. Got me some scissors. All right, so I'm going to use these scissors on myself. Let's just go to first person and check out this cool equip animation for the scissors. Yeah. I can cut your hair, but I'm gonna cut my hair. So this is our haircut UI. Once your hair is grown out, it's pretty cool. You can come in here and choose the length you want it to be, which is pretty fun. So it takes about, I think, 5 hours or so of playing the game for your hair to grow out, and I think like maybe 7 or 8 hours perhaps for your beard to grow out. So you can see here, though, once it grows out, I can kind of go back to a particular look I like. The state of that. I don't have any colors right now. I don't have any tints, but I could also tint my hair, you know, like green or blue or red or any tints I have. I can change the color of both my hair and my beard separately. By the time we put the patch out, There'll be a couple other hairstyles in here as well, and you'll be able to choose kind of from your favorite look. I'm keeping my hair a little short right now, a little bit of a more trim beard. So I got my haircut. So cool, that's my haircut. I've just cut my own hair. This is really fun though, because you can go cut other people's hair, whether they're aware of it or not, like if they're passed out, and give them a fun new haircut for when they wake up. So that's our hair cutting system, beard system. Pretty excited about that one. We got some fun plans for future styles and things like that. All right, let's resume what we were doing. Hop back on my Raptor. I'm just gonna follow my crew here. I think we got somewhere to go, places to go, things to see. So this is our transmitter, and here we've got our replicator. These are two of our first Tek Tier items. Just to talk a little bit about Tek Tier, this is the end game tier, and the only way to get these items is through the fighting the bosses. There's a couple things you got to do. First, you have to actually go and defeat a boss. Then you'll be able to acquire tech knowledge, which is kind of like engrams in ARK currently, but it's a special class of engrams that's for the Tek Tier. Unlike other items in the game, even to use a Tek Tier item, you have to have knowledge of that item, which means you have to have acquired it through that system. And so once you have knowledge, you can build, use, and construct these items from Element, which is our end game resource, and some other resources as well. These items also require Element to run in most cases. So not only will you have to fight the bosses to get the tech knowledge, you'll also need to get Element from the bosses in order to use some of this stuff. Now, this transmitter is kind of like a portable obelisk. You can see the obelisk there in the background. There's a lot of things you can do with an obelisk, and sometimes you'll find that they're blocked off in PvP play or even PvE play. It's kind of a hassle sometimes too to get to an obelisk if you want to do any of the obelisk functions. So here with the transmitter, it kind of gives you a portable obelisk. You can go ahead and upload your items to other ARKs, to download them, your characters, creatures, basically anything that you would expect to do at an obelisk, you can do here at a transmitter. And that's pretty advantageous for the endgame loop, for some of those big tribes and stuff like that. If you want to go into a new server, plop down the transmitter and kind of have your own portal into that server for cross-ARK transfers and stuff like that, it gives you a new tool to use to really kind of roam around multiple ARK servers and even the one server that you're playing on currently. So that's pretty cool. And then we've got the replicator. Replicator is basically like the Tek Tier version of our workbench and our other tiered construction items. So you'll use a replicator to build Tek Tier items. These things are pretty cool. We've got some nice new visual effects that the team's been working on to really set these items apart from the other items in the game. And the cool thing about the replicator is that it's really going to allow you to not only build these endgame items that we've been talking about, but it also is one of like the largest structures in the game, and it's kind of like really shows your how good you are. Like if you've got a replicator and you've got all these other items, you've been through the boss loop a couple times, you've got that end tier of content, and it really sets itself apart from some of the other things that players are going to be seeing on the island. So once you've got a replicator, you can really start piling up that tech knowledge for how to build things. Got all my structures here. Saddles, like the tech saddle we'll talk about in a second. Weapons that we're releasing with this patch, like the tech rifle. We'll go through some of this stuff shortly. And then another note about this thing, it crafts things 4 times faster than other structures. So not only does it enable you to create all of these new things, it also allows you to craft 4 times as fast in general. So that's a really cool feature of that thing. So those are the 2 main structures that we're releasing with this patch. There'll be many more. We've got a bunch of cool things coming for Tek Tier of similar style and quality of life improvements for the game. Got a couple things coming up like transporters, cloning chambers, and all sorts of fun stuff like that. Let's see what we got in some of these storage bins. Let's see. We got any like plasma rifle or any like cool tech armor around here? Let's see. Oh, why am I looking in wooden chambers? I should be looking in the vault. Okay, we got a Rex saddle. Man, I don't even know if it's possible. Developer cheat mode to have all of this quantity in the actual game. Like 1,000,000 tech rifles, right? Okay, so got me a tech rifle, got some element. Well, let's talk about the tech rifle for a really short bit here. So, I'm going to equip this thing. This is a pretty fun weapon. As you can see, it kind of transforms into existence there when you pull it out. Tech rifle essentially has doesn't have to reload. It fires energy blasts that are somewhat explosive, do explosive damage as well as being somewhat accurate. And so it's got what we have here is a charge meter, and that's going to overcharge your weapon if you fire too long. But you don't actually run out of, you don't have to reload ever. So if you're good with managing your shots, you can keep firing, let it cool down a little bit, fire some more. And then we've got a scope, which is actually kind of a night vision scope. So we're daytime right here. We kind of see all these guys running around here, not really inhibited. It's a little bit better than normal night vision because it doesn't blind me during the day. Let's go to nighttime real quick, briefly, if somebody can make it night for us. Now at nighttime, I can still see through my scope pretty well, you know. So even if it's dark, if I've got this tech rifle, I've got a portable night vision to go with all of this stuff. Cool, we can hit up daytime again. Let's see if I can get some power armor real quick. I'm gonna cheat my way into not being thirsty. Okay, I'm gonna equip some power armor here. So I've got tech boots, gauntlets, get some more element while I'm in here. Let me equip some of these things. So go into... Here's our cool gauntlets. We've got... Whoops. Got my boots in there. See, it still looks good with my my metal armor. But there's a few more pieces. Let's see if they're in here. Not in this vault. Oh, tech helmet. Want some of that. Need some leggings. And chest piece. That should fill out my armor set. Alright, so I'm going to equip this stuff. The cool thing about the tech armor is that everything has a special ability, and sometimes more than one special ability, and there's combos. So special abilities can be combined to do new special abilities. So here's the tech armor. This thing's pretty cool looking. You can customize it. Looks like my cohorts put on their armor here. As you can see, there's the ability to customize the color of the glowy bits as well. You know, it's going to be really fun, I think, to do all sorts of styling with this stuff. You also notice I'm actually, with the helmet on, I've kind of got a screen overlay here. That's not just for show, actually. We've got some modes of use with this helmet, so let's start there. If I double tap the E button, I activate one of my view modes, and I'll just cycle through them here. So this, what you see here, is kind of a sonar mode. It lets you see enemy and friendly and neutral targets through walls even. You can see I'm seeing, as I come up close here, I'm seeing the raptor through the wall as the pulse goes out. My friendly guys are highlighted in green there, and if there was any enemies around here, they'd be red. And so that's pretty useful. The next mode is night vision, same as the tech rifle basically, but you can use it without having to have the rifle equipped. This works pretty well for both day and night. And then the final mode here is the combination of the previous pulse mode that's like an ESP along with the night vision, and so that is pretty powerful for raiding and whatnot. Alright, and then let's talk a little bit about this jetpack, because this thing's pretty cool. Double tap space to give myself a boost. If I double tap it real quick, I can do like a super boost up. And then once I'm in the air, I can hold down the space bar, jump button to kind of coast around. This helps you get around pretty quickly. This also doubles as underwater boost, so if I'm under the ocean, I can use the jetpack as some propulsion. We'll come back to the jetpack in a second because there's a combo I'll show you in a minute. So let's talk about the leggings. So the leggings are my pants. If I hold down control, I go into my super speed mode, and this is really cool because I just run through stuff and break it. Let's try that again. I managed to miss every tree. I don't have very good aim. If there were any structures around here, I'd be like knocking the heck out of them right now. Just busted through a bunch of rocks. Okay, so here's a combo move. If I've got both the leggings and the jetpack, I can hold control, fly like Superman. It really gives me an extra boost. Let's see that again. I'll go to kind of a side view here. So there's my like combo dash. Then I got my boots. Those absorb fall damage. I got no damage from falling there. I saw that little effect. Let's do that again. Alright, so boots absorbing all my damage. Boom. Oh, I'm getting attacked. This would be a good time to show the super punch. So I got this raptor attacking me. I'm going to get out of the way here. I got my power gloves so I can do a super punch. Boom. No match for me. Let's try it again. Oh, I missed him. Let me get out of the way. This thing's actually pretty powerful. It'll kind of auto target some enemies and then lock onto them. Yup. That's always super fun. It could also be used for harvesting. Little bit of overkill, but why not harvest some trees with the super punch? I think that's most of the abilities. Let's see. I think I can run across water. Get back to where my base was. Let's get to the next item. I need to find a T-Rex. I'm sure there's one around here somewhere that I conveniently have tamed. Let's find him. Oh! Alright. I knew I had a T-Rex around here somewhere. So, this is the Tek saddle. Currently, the only one that we have is for the Rex. We've got a couple more in the works. But this provides some extra armor boost for the T-Rex, and it gives a cool new ability, which you'll see right here. I'm gonna ride. So hitting control. Let's see. Hitting control will transform my T-Rex's helmet into a nice laser firing apparatus. Here, let me get out of the way here. It's a little village over here, which is going to be no match for me in a second. If I can aim. Oh man. So as you can see, the Tek Tier stuff is pretty brutal for PvP. In addition to being highly useful for endgame content and fighting bosses, but it's also gonna be, I think, a favorite for the people who want to get out there and kind of wreck some people's days with merciless aggression. Alright, we've got a lot of new creatures in this patch. We've got the Perlovia, the Ovis, which is our sheep. We've got the Basilosaurus, and we've got the Baryonyx. Each of these creatures has fun, unique little abilities, so let's go check them out. We'll make our way over there now. He's wearing a cute hat. That's so funny. Birthday hat. It's his birthday. All right. Well, let's talk about these guys. Basilosauruses. Is that how you say it? Is it a plural? I don't even know. So, naturally, they contain a lot of oil. So, if you just want to be mean and kill them and harvest them, they'll have a large amount of oil in them. They're immune to being grabbed by the squid or the jellyfish, which is a pretty good feature because those things are pretty brutal these days now that we got those creatures under the ocean. They also regenerate health close to the surface of the water, because they like to be up there. They're more surface dwellers. They tend to be found with other creatures out in the wild, and when they eat, they're really messy. So they'll get like other creatures around them, kind of eating all the scraps and stuff like that. So let's see, I'll try to chomp on one of these guys. They are a passive tame, so you'll need to make sure that if you want to tame these guys, that there's not a lot of other creatures around them kind of interrupting your taming progress. They're all following me all around right now. So one thing we're doing with all these new sea creatures, we're getting ready for our underwater bases to come out in the near future, and so we're trying to really flesh out the underwater biome, both with creatures and with places to build underwater bases. And just there's a lot of space down here in the underwater world of ARK, so we want to make sure that players can take advantage of that space. Since I'm down here, I might as well, as I'm going to the next creature, use a little bit of my jetpack underwater, which is cool. Can fly out of the water. Very useful. Oh man. Who's running on the water down there? Another one of our features for the tech armor. Alright, let's find one of our other new creatures. Let's go back over to this island. Alright. Baryonyx. So these guys are super agile, very agile creature. They run really fast, they swim really fast, they can jump, they have a stun attack. It's kind of a regular tame, but those are some pretty cool advantages. So pretty fast trot here. I'm gonna hop in the water here. It's got a pretty fast swim as far as ARK creatures go. Wild ones, if they're low on health, they'll wild ones low on health will look for the nearest water source if they're near one and try to eat some fish to help regenerate some of their health stats. Perlovia, so these guys are super cute. They got some nice fur on them. These ones are really cool because they can burrow underground, kind of hide from players. They are they're kind of like a defensive structure, you could even think of it. They'll hang out under there, can do like surprise attacks. They can even be hidden storage. So if I come up to it right now and I just kind of activate him, he'll go into burrow mode and just kind of hide there underground. And then I can use it as a storage chest. He's there underground, he's hidden. Hopefully it looks like a little rock. You might just like not notice him, especially if there's some grass around there. It's actually worth noting that if you're not in the tribe, that you can't even see this. They are really invisible. And using a Trudine creature, you can kind of sniff them out. So they really are useful for hiding. Order him to come back out right there. So again, there's a regular taming process for this guy. So, some of you may have been paying attention to over the break. We had a little controversy with a sheep. All good. But we're really excited to get these sheep actually in the game finally. Look at these guys. They're so cute. So cute. But you may be asking, what is the purpose of these sheep? First of all, they're pretty rare. They're found in the grasslands. They're tamed by feeding them one sweet vegetable cake, which, you know, come on, we gotta have fun with some stuff. So why might you want to tame them? Well, they're a great source of some resources that are highly useful. Pelt and mutton. Mutton can be used for taming or making grilled lamb chops. These have some differences from other meat resources in the game, so there's some advantages there. And also, they can be ridden, which probably isn't the most effective use of their... You're actually not walking, but that's okay. They not the most effective use of the sheep, but also you can shear sheep. So, did I drop my scissors? I kind of need some scissors. Oh, no, I got them. So, I'm harvesting the sheep by shearing it. You can see it's losing its hair, which is a nice, fun indicator that you're actually taking wool off of it. So, this will grow back over time. Go over here and shear this one, too. So, see, I'm getting wool. So, I can just harvest these guys and, you know, have a nice kind of passive resource for gathering wool. And... this is similar to also when you cut your hair, you can, or when you deal with the hair system, you can also cut people's hair and get human hair. It's a very similar resource. So this is kind of the first farm animal we put in the game that's like really for the purpose of being a farm animal. ARK was nominated for the Steam Awards, Best Use of a Farm Animal, so we decided it would be fun to put a sheep in the game if we won the award, and... you know, turns out people wanted the sheep whether we win the award or not, which was kind of the plan anyway, but people were really excited about the sheep once we mentioned it, so we... they can be butchered, yes, and you get that mutton chops. But we were really excited to get it in, so we went straight from concept to in-game in about a month, which is really short for us. And so these are coming out too with this patch. Really excited to get them in here, if nothing else, because it really helped us develop our growable hair and fur system, and that's what we're using for our hair on our characters. So the sheep helped us develop further the cool stuff that we want to do with our characters even, which is a really fun way that features can kind of cross into each other in ARK. Alright, we talked a little bit earlier about the boss battles, so we'll shoot over to the obelisk real quick, and maybe we can just teleport over there. And we'll go check out one of the boss battles and see how you might get some of the element we mentioned earlier and the tech knowledge. Give you guys an idea what you're in for. One thing of note, currently with the boss battles, you can't take any Tek Tier gear in there. We don't want people to, you know, have kind of a easy way to farm lots of element by using element. So for the time being, you have to do the boss fights with non-Tek Tier resources, but that's okay. They're doable. Cool. Obelisk is activating. We've paid our tribute. We've got our massive army of Rexes. Got the warp bubble forming around us. It's going to take us to our boss fight. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh. Now we're here in the Broodmother chamber. Oh, there she is. You've never done a boss fight in ARK before. It is a doozy. I'm going to get me on a T-Rex for a minute here. So the Broodmother, we sicked all our T-Rexes at the Broodmother. The Broodmother's got a bunch of attacks from spitting out webs, dropping spiders, spitting out this sort of like green saliva attack. It's probably gonna take care of all of our Rexes there. Oh no, did I drop all my ammo? I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. spiders. I better get back on my Rex. So any boss fight in ARK is going to have all sorts of minions that you have to deal with, as well as the main boss itself. That's what's happening here with all these little spiders. The broodmother back there doesn't look like she's struggling too much with those T-Rexes. So these boss battles can last a really long time. It's good to develop a strategy where some of your teammates are fending off all of these minions. Oh, I got knocked out. And then some of them are attacking the boss, distracting it. Oh man, I hope I don't get killed. Oh, developer cheats. How's this broodmother doing? Oh, this... Oh! Still has a ton of health. Oh man, our Rexes are killing things left and right. I've got a web on me. Yeah, I think she should be dead right about now. Developer cheats part 2. Oh, broodmother's dead. Alright, so what happens here when we finish off the broodmother? We've done our hard work. Oh. So we got a little bit of a countdown here. We're going to get removed from the arena in a little bit. And we will gain some more tech knowledge from doing this. And if we haven't already defeated the boss before, we'll get dossier. Cool. So fighting the bosses is a major part of getting the Tek Tier stuff in the end game. As you saw, we've got easy, medium, and hard of each boss. Each time you do it, it's going to give you more element and is going to give you more tech knowledge. And in a future update in a few months, there's a final boss that's beyond these 3 bosses. And in order to access that boss, you'll have to get all the tech knowledge that you can, defeat all the bosses, and make your way to a final cave, which hasn't been launched yet, through the cave, and to access the final boss. So that should be a pretty hard challenge for any ARK player, let alone even the best ones. Cool. Those are the main things about this update. There's a couple quality of life things, features people have been asking for, like tribe logs and admin logs, even things like getting off your tame to the left or right if you hold the direction, stuff like that. But, you know, again, this is one of the biggest patches we've ever done. Tek Tier, 4 creatures, boss game, end loop, Tek Tier resources, tech knowledge. There's just so much in here, and we're really excited for everybody to get their hands on it. So look forward to that coming soon, and let's see you on the ARK, I guess.